right, what's going on, everybody? I'm going to be making a relatively brief recap video for this week. I took a total of three setups. This is where is that? That's actually from Friday. This was Monday's trade. This was a $30 win. Tuesday and Wednesday, I actually didn't take any entries. Thursday, I actually had a I've been noticing this. There have been a lot of my trades that would have produced a whole lot more. I've noticed if I had let them continue. But for the moment, I'm really just. It's nice to see, that my trade ideas can work a lot more. Than I'm profiting from them. So like in the future, I could definitely get a much more reward out of some of these setups when I'm risking a certain amount. But for right now, I'm just going to be focused more on the profitability of my strategy and making sure that I'm just taking trades the right way and getting in a lot of experience with managing my risk. That's something that I've struggled with a lot in the past. So I'm focusing more on just making sure I'm trading properly, and then down the road I'll probably try and optimize for some of these bigger moves. But this was the Thursday's trade, which was my biggest trade to date. It was actually a $200 win, which, as you can see, where I sold, I could have, let this continue, and I probably would have doubled or even tripled my entire account. But that was a great trade. And then this one, not so much. This trade, both of these were trades that I actually took during pre-market before that open at 9:30, and it looked like we had just this was a daily fair value gap that we wicked out of here, and then slowly started to see more and more demand come in. So took the buy there. Eventually got stopped out, and I looked like it was going to sort of continue in that direction, and it's continued to see more uh, long wicks on some of the green candles, and eventually got stopped out a second time. But I made sure that when I re-entered, I cut my risk in half, so I only took a loss of $99 on Friday. So I've not really upset about that. You had the $200 win on Thursday, and then another $30 on Monday. So for the week, up about $130 or so on the account, which I did deposit a little bit more. But at the time that I took some of these trades, I only had about $600 in the account total. So this $200 win was over 30% that I had in one trade. So um, definitely a lot of things that I'm proud of this week in regards to what I was able to produce with my strategy. I have this Excel spreadsheet that I've started to keep track of um, just where I'm buying, where I'm selling, um, or when rather. So I take note of the trades that I take that are pre-market, so I get an idea of, if my setups and strategy kind of just works better during that period of time. Right now, I'm looking at a total of 11 trades that I've taken. Um, I do have uh, seven losses, and compared to only four wins. So that's, as you can see there, that's a 44% win rate. Not really too mad about it. You can see the total P&L there. A lot of that is left over from this $300 loss that I took from just being impulsive with my reentry and trying to sort of fight the market. That was on February 22nd, and I haven't had a repeat of that sort of trading decisions or those sorts of trading decisions since then. So I've been able to do a much better job at managing my risk. For reference, that $200 win was I only risked 50, so that was a good 4-to-1 trade. And as I'm able to continue in this sort of path and making sure that I'm trading the right way and letting myself get stopped out and not trying to fight the market, I'm going to feel a lot more comfortable with continuing to deposit into this account. So I'm able to get a little bit higher returns in terms of the dollar amount. And yeah, right now, I've learned a lot of the hard lessons of trading the wrong way. And now that I'm trading on a personal account, it sort of is a lot easier. It makes me want to do it properly all that much more, right? When you're losing prop for money, it's not the same level of emotional attachment than when I'm trading with my own money. So as I continue to manage my risk appropriately, I'm going to continue to build this account, hopefully with both, depositing my own money as well as just taking good trades. So that's going to do it for this week. I guess I'll try and do one of these weekly recap videos every week, hopefully. Um, but that's where I am so far. Uh, Profitable week. Last week wasn't so much, but a lot of that was from that one loss. And it's once you start tracking a lot of your trading entries and your trades, it's easy to see how much more profitable you would be if you would just let yourself take that regular loss, and being that, you can't really control how much that market's going to give you in profit. The only thing you can control is how much money you're risking. So being that that is the only thing you can control, it would be in your best interest to control it. And that day I just, I thought I knew something that wasn't so. And, obviously I paid the Pied Piper for it. But yeah, so I'm not really dwelling on that any more than I need to in order for it to serve as a reminder for me to do the right thing. I'm just looking forward to trading next week, and hopefully I'll be able to continue to improve my entries and you know optimize that risk to reward and hopefully get a little bit higher of a win percentage. But I'm definitely not going to be taking trades allowing myself to lose absurd amounts of money that I should never have been risking in any one given trade. So I'm just going to try and maintain that long term perspective on my trading and realize that it's a lot better to just take a regular loss to live and trade another day, and just be patient, be very selective with the setups that I take. And in my experience, every time that I try to create my trades that I want and force a win that I can't have, inevitably I end up losing far more than if I had just accepted, what the market was giving me that day. So that's just going to be where I'm sort of oriented going into next week, and just continue to do more of the same. Keep track of everything I'm doing, keep track of what I'm feeling, and just stick to whatever I can to keep everything as simple as possible. Just take the 3 setups a week, and be pay very close attention to where liquidity is, and making sure that I have the right confluences in my strategy for me to take a proper entry. So that's going to do it for this video. I wish you all luck in your trading, whatever you may be doing. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave those below. Drop a like, subscribe, and yeah, I'm going to be posting more and more of my trading results going forward. So hopefully this will lend some insight for those of you who are curious what it may look like for someone who hasn't really fully fleshed out their strategy yet. Someone who doesn't really know where their win rate's gonna sit. By the time they get a good sample size of trades done. I've had higher win rates in the past on certain prop firm accounts, but this is my first private personal account that I'm just trading with my own money. So I think it'll be a much better plan long term because I'll be able to more accurately track my progress and my all of my trades, right? Because it's all being done on one account. So I just think this will be a lot more productive in the long term. But that'll wrap up this video, and I'll see you guys all next time.